Hi there, my spiritual warriors. I know we're halfway through the week and I still haven't got this week's reading out, so here I am at last. Round one of building work at my home is now complete. Round two starts tomorrow and will continue for about 10 days, so broadcasts might be a little intermittent during the period of chaos in my home. Anyway, looking at this week's reading, which takes us through to the 9th of August. Here, let me put my runes down here in front of me. Um, this reading was formed very early on Monday morning with the intention of getting it out to you on Monday. But as I say, sort of like with builders and chaos and moving things around, sort of like finding the opportunity for a little bit of peace and quiet so that I could get this to you without hammers and saws and drills happening in the background was a little bit challenging. Anyway, underlying influences for this week shows that we need to be focused. We need to get out of our own way, really let the right thing flow through us. So doing the right thing this week in whatever way that might manifest, whether that's in relationships, in business, your career paths, doing the right thing is absolutely critical, because paired in with that, we're in for a bit of an exciting but unpredictable week where it is likely that our faith is going to be tested as challenged or asked to take an empty-handed leap into the void of our future. Now, the past of the situation, which shows basically where we're coming from and is kind of like a recap on the work that we've already been doing over the last few weeks, months, years, depending on where we are in our spiritual journey, shows that we've been through a period of deep initiation where unexpected gains and surprises were likely. Also, with this, it's also been shown that we've needed to draw in our scattered energy and focus on ourselves and our need for growth. So that's basically where we're coming from. That's kind of like all the shadow work that we've been doing, identifying the negativity within ourselves, identifying how the outer world impacts on us and triggers us, puts us out of balance with ourselves. So that's kind of like what the past is talking about, that deep initiation to understand who we really are and what triggers us. In the present, we're being shown that progress is being made through subtle shifts and changes, and that we need to keep firm in our faith that progress is being made. Now, this progress might manifest in our outer reality, such as physical shifts, movement. That might be like what's been happening at my house, where part of the change that's going on is building and rearranging of building works and the rearranging that I've got going on within the actual my actual dwelling space of my house. I really, really do. But I need to make my house mine and put my stamp on it. So it might be like that for you, where it might be changing rooms or rearranging the furniture within a room. It might be that manifestation of change comes in the opportunity to locate, or perhaps an opportunity for a new job that has some element of short distance travel involved with it. The important thing to grasp here is that irrespective of how manifestation of positive forward movement and change is coming at you, it is that things are changing positively and that we are moving forward. The future trends, which are the influences towards the latter part of this week, shows that we're going to be towards need to find wholeness from within ourselves. So we will be given signals. We will be giving signals from within ourselves, which will show us and guide us the direction that we need to be taking. Next round of positive movement is going to come. Going to find ourselves buzzing with all sorts of little ideas. I know that in my situation, as my home becomes more the way that I want it to be, I'm finding that I've got more space to do more of the things that I know I need to do and want to do. And I've got kind of like lots of little fireflies of buzzy little ideas of little things that will be integrated into what I'm doing now as I move forward into my future. And it could be like that for you, where as you get into this system of understanding how change comes, and it does come in subtle shifts. Can come sometimes come as a massive explosion of something amazing, something quite devastating in your life. But more often than not, change comes through subtlety, and it's about recognizing signals within that subtlety that sort of like diverts our path, or perhaps, as the challenge shows, takes us on a bit of a detour where we need to relearn lessons of the past that we may have missed, revisit situations where perhaps been conflicts because of misunderstandings or miscommunications. Um, there is some element of us where ruptures might be more likely than reconciliations this week. These ruptures are designed to show us the situations, the circumstances, and the people that we have outgrown and need to distance ourselves from so that we can find our own inner balance and plot the detour so that we can get back on track to where we need to be. So it's about the detours that we need to take in order to get to where we need to be. Overall, this week, it shows that we have got loose ends to wrap up. We've got a myriad of like little things that are all sitting around, kind of like niggling away at us because we haven't done this and we feel that we can't move forward until we've done that. So this is very much a week for wrapping up loose ends wherever we might find them. We can be released into a state of creative new beginnings where all sorts of opportunities and potential to be creative, positive sense be released to us. So overall, if we stick with doing the right thing, trust God and the universe, carry us over the empty-handed leap that's going to be required of us, that will bring us from here to here. We trust. We need to trust that we are moving forward. We're in the right direction. There are some lessons that we will need to circle back to relearn and ensure that we have fully learnt them so that we don't have to keep backtracking on ourselves. Ultimately, with patience and perseverance, wrap up the loose ends, whether it's a bit of mending or a bit of ironing or a bit of painting and decorating or finishing phase one of something so that you can move on to phase two, or phase two so that you can move on to phase three. Whatever it is, completion of a phase is going to be critical to release us into a state of new beginnings. So with that, I'm going to love you and leave you, my spiritual warriors. Please be aware that because of doing building works and rearrangements that I've got going on here at home, the broadcast next week may also be a little bit delayed, depending on where the building works actually starts and how things actually come together. I might even surprise myself and find that builders are finished at the end of the day. I may actually have the brain space to move forward with next week's reading. I need to remind you that between the 19th and 25th of August, I'm going to be in Edinburgh. So things might come across a little bit differently or at different timings while I'm away. And then September, I'm very excited that reading runes at an exclusive retreat for entrepreneurs. This is to be held in Abruzzo in Italy. The book's absolutely amazing. There's hills and hot tubs and dedicated. It's an absolutely amazing. Who like more information and would like to come on this amazing retreat, which includes yoga, meditation, a Buddhist blessing, life map readings from me, food to eat, hikes across mountains, and taking in really spectacular around central Italy. Little DM, let me know that you'd like to come. and I will ensure that your details get sent across to the organisers. So have a fantastic week. See you all soon as I prepare for all my new little plans and help and inspire you and provide more information and insight through the runes. Have a blessed week. See you all next week. Bye for now.